Sleeping Dogs is an open world game, as you know, but we've tried to deliver best in class, like core design pillars for the combat, for the shooting, and for the driving. And also we've got real first class writing and story elements in this, and the narrative and all the dialogue is really, really strong, which is, people get spoilt these days, I think. So, you know, they watch so much like first class TV all the time. They recognise ropey dialogue and bad story when they see it. So we think people are going to be really pleased with this story, and that's the glue that pulls the player right through the experience. So we've delivered I think a really strong package, like when you combine all those things together, and any one of those elements would be best in class standout in a standalone linear game experience. The way Square Enix came to this game is that we'd heard that Activision had cancelled the title, so we reached out to both Activision and United Front Games because we knew a couple of guys there, and whilst the game wasn't for sale, we kind of brokered a deal with both of the guys so UFG could continue the development of the game, and we've given them what they need to do a proper job on the game, and we took the original assets from Activision, and it's worked out great. I mean, you can see the game yourselves. It's a winner. It deserves to be out there. Originally, it wasn't a true crime game. I think its original name was Black Lotus, so it was quite easy for us to peel that true crime layer off and rebrand it as Sleeping Dogs. Branding and naming a game is one of the hardest things we have to do. We had a list of thousands and thousands of names, and we drilled right down, and in the end we had a short list of, I think, 3 to 5 names, and we focus tested them with our customer base in lots of different countries, and Sleeping Dogs resonated really well, and it's got that kind of hidden connotation. You know, there's that saying where you don't wake a sleeping dog 'cause it's going to bite, you know, so it's quite appropriate for the undercover cop, I think. What type of things you can use from the environment in combat and things, there's a lot of things where you've seen today, you can like push guys' heads into kind of like air conditioning units, and you even hear the fan slow down when you do that, which is quite nice. It's a bit grisly, you know, there's poles sticking out the floor and you can drop the guy on it. There's cookers, there's like barbecues, there's TVs, there's fridges where you're banging the doors on it, you're putting people in the trunk of cars, there's saw benches, there's like kind of ducting where you literally chuck a guy right down it, you can throw them off stuff, you can pick up hatchets and like chop them straight. There's no shortage of environmental, context-sensitive interactions for the player to have lots of fun with, and that's something we've really dialed up in the last 6 months as well. You know, through the focus testing, we found that players really engage with that stuff and really enjoy it, so we've thrown a lot more of it in. In the demo today, we showed a bit out there where you're riding along on a motorbike and you're chasing a car, and you know, kind of like mid-chase, you can actually leap from the bike onto a car, hijack it, like you say, you open the door, you jump in, you can kick the guy out, I think, or not, and take the car off and do your own thing. In the particular mission we showed, we drove the guy to somewhere and delivered him. You know, it was a package for someone, but that's really cool. There's not a lot of games you can do that in. The team spent quite a lot of time there. They've had a couple of trips out there. They took thousands and thousands of reference shots. So, you know, they learnt all those things. I mean, if you look at the architecture in Hong Kong, you can see all of the stuff is on the outside of the buildings for the electricity supply, the water stuff, the aircon units, and you know, cables are kind of hanging through the sky and stuff, and all that comes through in the game. And, you know, it rubs off on the player. It gives you a whole flavour of Hong Kong.